Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us this important webinar. Actually, this webinar will be very important because a lot of people don't realize if you don't take care of yourself, you can actually establish many chronic disease. And how can you able to help naturally doing things to prevent all these chronic disease? And basically, start off with very healthy blood sugar, and that will definitely help you to give you a very naturally starting control of sugar, and it will prevent all the other chronic disease, and you really can able to become very healthy and live much longer than anybody. Okay, so today's lecture is kind of give you a sort of a general outlook, more specific what you need to do naturally, and you can do that all by yourself, and you can change that for your entire life, health. So this is a very important lecture. I think you're going to enjoy it. So shall we start? Okay, I'm gonna start now. Okay, excellent. All right, so we have now all ready to go. Okay, good. So first of all, welcome everybody again. Today we are talking about something really become more important as you get older. The reason is because you really can protect your health, reduce the risk of chronic disease through all the simple daily thing you can do, and you can do that. Now, a lot of chronic disease can be very destructive, like for example, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, you get a heart attack, heart disease, and also stroke and so forth. So this is something that you can be really cannot ignore. You really got to do something more to ensure that this is really can help you to decrease all these potential complication risks. So this is where we will talk about today, and I think that is a very well covered lectures that can able to get you fully understand what you need to do. So we can start. So today we'll talk about, well, why healthy blood sugar is better, why simple food and habit can support this better health, and how stress make sure you have enough sleep, and all the activities can affect your body, and how get a natural way to help you daily to basically improve the health and how those should help. And so today, that's what we're going to do. So today, we specifically structure this lecture to help everybody better understand why you have to really decrease your three highs and how to prevent, some of the very bad chronic disease can destruct your health. So today, that's our discussion. I think this is going to be a real good to give you a whole idea how to prevent your potential chronic health issue, and I think that's a good one. Now I learned a lot of people today. I don't familiarize the name, so I figure you got news, so we always catch up every time. So everybody, if you have potential from start to getting from a pre-diabetic to diabetes, it also goes to 4 stages. A lot of first stage, you start with high LDL, the bad cholesterol. When the LDL bad cholesterol goes up, you will actually damage the B cell coming from the pancreas. The B cells will take sugar to cells, so now the B cell damaged, so they don't take sugar to cells, so your gut vessels are going to get more and more sugar. The problem going to start LDL cholesterol, adding the sugar, the blood become thick, and then you'll be very quickly and move to stage 2 because the vessel is going to form lots of plaques and for entire body. And when that happens, the space of the vessel is getting less, your blood pressure is not going up. Now, unfortunately, with that, you have no sign symptom. Usually, you don't even feel, majority of people don't feel it. And very quickly, you will move to stage 3. And this has become a pre-diabetic stage. Now, every doctor measure the same thing. They measure the hemoglobin, how many percent of sugar attached to the hemoglobin. And this is a 3-month average. So it's very accurate and kind of tell you kind of really cheat by saying, oh, I don't eat something, I'll take a test and I will get better result. It won't work because this is a 3-month average. So in that result, if you really have high blood sugar or whatever, it will shows up here. And what they do is they measure the hemoglobin with the amount of sugar attached, percentage sugar. So if 5.7 below, you are a normal person. 5.7 to 6.4, now you are pre-diabetic. Anything over 6.4, you know what? You are become a permanent diabetic and you can reverse the trend. Now, a lot of doctors, unfortunately, doing a pre-diabetic stakes from 5.7, 6.4, they cannot give you medication because you're not diabetic yet. So they will tell you, hey, you're pre-diabetic now. You got to control your diet, you have to exercise, lower your weight, measure your blood sugar, and basically change your lifestyle. And really, at the end of the day, you thought that, wow, okay, I will do that. Unfortunately, a lot of people listen to this. 1 month they do it, or even don't do anything because you have no sign and symptom yet. So you totally ignore that. Eventually, if you don't do anything, 2 to 3 years, you become a diabetic. One thing can help you. It's called Lowsutea. Lowsutea definitely help you lower your blood sugar, cholesterol, blood pressure. And I'll show you more a little bit. If you get down to stage 4 and you're diabetic now, you can still basically got your symptom, your A1C down back to 610 or lower. The key is, again, you got to change your lifestyle and drink Lowsutea. And don't give up that, say, oh, I'm diabetic, I'll just depend on medication. It's not really true. And you can actually change that. I have a lot of patients who is at diabetic as high as 4, I mean, as high as with A1C as 9, 10, 11, they brought down to 610 and they got the medication cut down and they really changed lifestyle too. So you can do it. It's up to you. Now, Lowsutea is not a drug. It's just a drinks of basically 100% natural. There's no caffeine in there. And basically the guava leaves, which decrease the absorption of sugar into the blood vessels. They decrease delay the absorption of sugar into the blood vessel. And then they have bitter melon, which is increase the insulin sensitivity, take the sugar back to the cells. And then excess sugar, excess LDL cholesterol, and salt, they will dump it off the urine plus detox. So net result, 3 high, meaning your blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure will go down. So net result, you can actually achieve that 3 high being lower and will able to get you a much better health and less potential complication. I will explain more what that means is really the complication you will face if you don't do anything to lower your 3 high. Now, besides drinking a tea, we don't want you to stop there because we got to help you to change your lifestyle. You need to take the low carb, low fat diet, and we teach you all that through a weekly lecture. It's free of charge. We have 460 lecture, and you can actually scan this. You can actually see those lecture, or you type in YouTube, you type down CTTs at Lowsutea/video. This right here, CTTs Lowsutea/video. You can see all the lectures that we have. We have 400 somewhat lectures. You can pick the topics you want to listen. That will definitely help you to understand. But what our objective here is this free lecture. Hopefully you can, even your A1C is 10 plus, we'll bring it down to close to 5.7 or even at 5.7. So your medication become less. It'll show you how to do exercise, weight control, get the BMI under 23, and all these how to track the blood vessel, blood tracking, and how to be better health, lower your 3 high. So let's get down to real business. Why healthy blood sugar matter? Now, as you know, the blood sugar provides you energy, and you gotta have it. It's not something that, wow, I don't need a blood sugar, then I will perfectly okay. It's not true because blood sugar is something that it gives you steady energy, it gives you normal body function, and also it gives you better health metabolism, give you brain function and think. And then if you have healthy blood sugar, it gives you long-term health. It's very important. So important is the goal is better blood sugar balance. Is not going up or going down, just a good balance. And that is our key. Now, with that though, a lot of people say, well, what do I do in the sense that why I have chronic disease? What can we do to prevent this chronic disease? Now, very important because there are several things that you need to understand here. The first thing is Your high blood sugar, it will create potential a type 2 diabetic. And chronically, your blood sugar continue to be high. You will get insulin resistant. It will continue to be higher and higher. And your type 2 diabetic will get worse and worse. With that, it affect remember the A1C. That's the one that we talk about, how you get diabetic. So your A1C will go beyond 6.4, going up to 6, 7, 8. And remember, we're talking about the blood pressure, the cholesterol and sugar mixed together. The blood become thick and start blocking all the vessels. And your problem is definitely going to start because all these blocking is not going to get blood go behind those blockage. So it will start getting problem like your heart disease. So your high blood sugar that damage the heart vessel because it's all blocked up. So you might end up with possible heart attack. And I have many patients actually close to getting heart attack and they could die, but they happen to get us early. So get all the prevention and they have no problem and able to survive, without getting a heart attack. Now you also have a stroke issue because same thing. When you get down the blood, it clot again, very little space, and can get to the back of the brain. What can happen is you can think, you can remember, and recover. Those blood cells at the back will die or being not enough nutrients. You can get stroke. And that result, you will have stroke that vessels actually damage. And then Nazareth can move, can talk. Wow, bedridden all the time, tremendous cost. Your high blood sugar also create a blockage. Remember the whole body block? It was getting high insulin resistant and your blood vessel become hardened, blood pressure going up. That will actually, in turn, when the blood pressure go up, will get stroke and heart attack, all that all related. Plus, the high blood sugar can also get a lot of insulin resistance. It damages a lot of different places, pancreas and also liver. Potentially, you also increase the risk of certain type of cancer. And in the lecture, we talk quite a few of that. And certainly when you do that, you are most likely, when you really have not care, your weight of the body will continue to go up. And then you have a big tummy and you make it harder for you to lose weight. Plus all that with a big tummy, again, you'll be high insulin resistant. Net result, again, go back to potential, you have a high risk of heart disease, stroke, and high blood pressure, all that will come. And it related to also your liver. When you have high blood sugar, it also causes the fatty, called liver fat to start building up. So called fatty liver and damaged liver, and liver becomes scar. And when it gets scar, you have chances of potential cancer, and also can get you to get less liver function, and that will be not good for you also. And there are other chronic conditions which can be horrible. One is when you have blood sugar all blocked up, the nerve at all those different body are not being communicated. Net result, you're going to have all kind of nerve problem. For example, with that, you have constipation issue. You're going to have kidney disease issue. You have eye issue, cannot see, and you have gum disease, all that included. So imagine all these are all related to what? Just blood sugar. So if you can able to have a better healthy lifestyle habit, can prevent or delay all these potential complications. Imagine how good that will be. That will be wonderful. So you want to make sure that you can see your grandchildren all the time, and because you will continue to be healthy. Okay. So what happened? Let's talk a little bit more. What happened if the after eat, and how really related the blood sugar to what you eat? Now, actually, the body is very simple. They have to take food, and after they take food, your meal is got digested and converted. All these blood, all the food is called glucose, and they a food to convert to glucose, and eventually this glucose will transport to the bloodstream, and the bloodstream will once you get food, the pancreas will release insulin and go to get your blood sugar to get into the cells. So the insulin is basically, it's like a key. If you have insulin, the sugar goes in the cell. Without insulin, the sugar doesn't go in the cell. So net result, you gotta have like a chain reaction from food. You digest it, get the glucose, and go into bloodstream. And getting the bloodstream, the insulin will basically help the sugar get into the cell. So insulin is so important because they basically move the sugar or the glucose into the cell to use it as energy. Without the sugar go to the cell, your cell is not going to get energy and it's not going to work. So really at the end of the day, it's so important. You got to have the insulin responsive, not to get insulin resistant, so the body can produce energy because you're getting the sugar into the cell. But if you over time, you basically the sugar keep going up and the sugar are not getting into the cell, the problem going to start because all these blood sugar in the vessel are not moving into the cell. So blood sugar will continue to go up. So this is going to be the issue that you need to address as we move on. So we will further describe why blood sugar is so important, continue to work to get into the cell. Now, what happens if the sugar doesn't go in the cell? The sugar will continue to stay high in the blood vessels. So what happens is when you eat carbs and all the other things, the blood sugar will shot up right away, go up because it doesn't go into the cells. And net result, it enters the bloodstream with tremendous amount of sugar. Now, then the insulin start working. Oh, come in. I'll get you, get you to get the sugar to the cell. But when your pancreas cannot able to produce the large amount of insulin to move sugar to the cell, the sugar will continue to shot up real high. And eventually the sugar also drop very low. Now, net result, you're going to have other symptoms coming along. After you eat, very soon you get hungry right away because now the blood sugar dropped down real quick. So you're not up and down. It's not like level. It just go up and down. And then you will start getting sleepy, and energy change, you get tired. And then you start craving for more food. And somehow you eat, it's just never satisfied. So really, at the end of the day, is what we're trying to do is not eat just low carb diet, but basically you want to have a steady blood sugar. You want a steady energy. You have to, because of that, you get better mood and better health. So more important is how to choose a balanced meal with more fiber, protein, healthy fats like fish rather than a big steak with a lot of fat in there. And to avoid what you want to do, all that is avoid sugar spike and you want to avoid sugar crash. So all two things are not good for you. So net result, you have to manage is you got to make sure that you can continue to control this sugar rather than go up and down. Okay, so how do you, we'll talk about all these things, talk about sugar going up, going down. Well, how do you prevent that? How do you get a balanced sugar diet plate to every day I can enjoy our food and do not spike that sugar? So I've been teaching with many months already. Say when you eat, you want half a plate are all good vegetable like salad and all that. Now, it would be best you get to non-starchy vegetables. So a lot of lettuce, broccoli, all those things are good non-starchy vegetable. Now you need protein. The protein will be 1/4 plate of protein are fish like cod, salmon, white meat chicken, no chicken skin. Those are really good protein, but not red meat basically. And then a 1/4 plate of whole grain or other carbohydrate, and not white rice, but it's good to get brown rice and also red rice or beans. Okay, and you need to add the drink with good to drink 1 cup of Lowsutea before and after meal, or add some water if you want to. And you want to make sure that you want to have healthy fat and whole fruit, especially anything with fruit got a whole, like for example, a pear, apple with the skin. So this will be really a good diet for you to prevent to give you a good plate, to give you all the good carbs and also good uh, protein, and also with lots of fibers because of the non-starchy vegetable. And that will be a very wonderful habit if you can start up your meal like that. That will definitely help you. You actually use that, you'll be much healthier with blood sugar and also your cholesterol and also your blood pressure. Now, so you say, wow, really, at the end of the day, what else I can do? I like Coke. I like soda. Well, you can switch your sugary drink, soda, instead of sweetened juice or energy drink. You change it to Lowsutea or water or soda, not soda water, just sparkling water and or herbal tea. So this definitely can help you to satisfy the sugar drink. A lot of people have that, and make sure why there's two 1.5 liters or 2 liter drinks. The reason is you got to have the water to dilute your blood so don't get it too thick. And plus, Lowsutea will continue to help you to lower your three high, your blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure. Also, a lot of people tend to eat their dinner after dinner or before dinner, a snack, and those are snacks like chips, cookie, crackers, pastries. All these you can able to substitute it with a better sugar choice would be nuts, whole food like you can get berries, blueberry, uh, cucumber, zucchini, all these vegetable steak, almond nuts. Those are really good stuff to fill you up, but doesn't spike the sugar. And also, when you eat, don't eat a large portion plate. Matter of fact, my wife changed from a large plate, went to a small plate. So psychologically, that's a lot of food. But actually, she eat less because of small plate. So with that, you have moderate portion, balanced portion. It's still tasty, but you didn't overeat. You know, it eats 75% of the thing that you're supposed to eat a lot, but you 75% actually has got filling up, slowly filling up. And you know, there's a Japanese study, people from Okinawa. There's the same thing. They live over 100 years old, many of them. And the thing is, they eat mainly just 75% of instead of big plate, 100%, I only eat 75%. Net result, they continue to maintain a good weight, not overeat. And plus, you don't want to get a lot of highly processed food like sausage, high sugar, TV dinner, that kind of stuff. Stay very salty, stay away from that. You want to everything with whole food, like fresh, mainly real vegetable, not in the sense of put in a can and so forth. Plus, you got to stay away from all the high sweet dessert, like ice creams, which can spike your blood sugar. You want to make sure if you want to have a treat, enjoy like dark chocolate, strawberry, blueberry, all this wonderful fruit. The important thing is every day you swap instead of getting all these sweetie stuff. You change to a more steady energy, better food, which give you better energy, don't give you sugar spike, but also because of that, you get better sugar monitoring and also give you better mood instead of all go up and down. And so that will be a good objective. You can do that. So you might say, okay, how do I find a good fiber diet to help me out? Because I really do not know. No problem. Your vegetable could be something like broccoli here, your leaf, or beans and things like that, lentil, whole grain, nuts and seed, whole fruit, all these stuff will give you a lot of fibers. Because reason get the fiber is when you get fibers, you actually slow down the absorption of sugar. You still get all the protein and all that, but the nutrient, all that, vitamin, all that. but it doesn't get you sugar spike, and that's the key. Here is not to say, wow, why I need fibers. And plus, if you get the fibers with mixing with the Lowsutea and water, it gives you better bulk. And that result, you also help you on the bowel movement, and it really give you a better digestive health. And plus, if you need a lot of fibers, it helps you to fill up the stomach, feel like full very fast. Rather than you keep eating, don't feel full, then you eat more. And more, that means more for weight, right? So with that, you can build a really healthy meal, and you can improve the overall diet, just improve just the fiber. And that's so important. Now, one of the things that a lot of time we talk about is, wow, stress can really affect the blood sugar. And a lot of people don't think about stress. So when you're stressed, your body will release the hormone, which is not good for you. One is they will form cortisol and also adrenaline. Both hormones actually give you more sugar. The reason why the body react, they want to give you more sugar so you can able to prepare your body to fight, and ready for war, right? So stress can really increase tremendously of your sugar, and affect your blood sugar go up. And with that, it also increase your craving and disrupt your sleep and change your eating habit. Now, sad part is if you go continuous stress and you're going to start forming, now you're getting a lot of sugar coming in, it's also forming an unhealthy habit. So you're going to start smoking, drinking alcohol, you start eating a lot of chips. Now, all those are not good for you, because basically what happened is, with all the stress, and this stress could be family, your parents aging, and you're taking care of children, or maybe finance. So all the body was just getting, more cortisol, adrenaline coming out. So the body always give you more sugar to help you to respond, right? So net result, you get more of that, then you will start getting more and more getting stressed, and you could develop all these different habits like skipping exercise, stay awake a whole night, cannot, sleep well, and you eat irregularly because you're stressed. You might not going to dinner as early, and it will whole screw up your whole body. So this is something that you really need to understand stress and give you some kind of stress management to help you, because continuous stress is definitely not help you with your body blood sugar. Now, so as I mentioned, stress, what it do is cause the body release two hormones, which is cortisol, adrenaline. Net result, they will give you a lot of sugar, and the body will basically prepare you to fight, and ready to do whatever you need to do to prevent, your threat, or your stress that will give you, so prepare your extra workload, whatever. Now, with that though, you end up with poor sleep because you're stressed. You keep thinking about what's going on, and you get a hard time falling asleep. Now, also while you're working, you may be more craving because you would say, "Wow, I'm stressed." So net result, you naturally start getting chips, getting cookies, and on top of that, whatever that you get nearby your mouth, and start eating those stuff. On top of that, you're supposed to exercise, but because you have so much to do, you have so much stress, your motivation to do activities is going to go down. You're not going to do that. You say, I don't have time. And so more so, whatever you do, you're more sugar, more thing put on, now you're going to start picking up weight. Now, managing blood sugar will be difficult because now you're eating all the chips, cookies, all that, blood sugars go up. So really, at the end of the day, you have to manage your stress, which means that you have to improve your sleep, making healthy food choice, meaning that if you're stressed, don't just keep pumping you with cookies or that. You can stuff yourself with some celery steak, cucumber steak, zucchini steak. So those I think are able to continue to give you, yes, some stress release, but it doesn't really pump you a lot of sugar to make you more high sugar level and spiking of sugar. And then you might also want to do more activities instead of just staying there, just doing work, short work. Maybe in that one every hour you stand up to walk around, you to get them get yourself some water, tea, whatever, exercise, move around, and then keep going more activities rather than sit there and just continue stress and doing work. And that will be very helpful. Plus, certainly exercising is very important to decrease your stress. Okay, now don't forget, you gotta move. Now, in order to get moving, you really do not need a lot of medicine. Really, your body is going for you gotta move to give you metabolism. And metabolism is like a good medicine for you. The reason is you move, you burn up sugar, you decrease your blood cholesterol, decrease your weight, everything come along, okay? And really, you don't need to just go to gym. You can walk, you can go to gardening, dancing, cycling, you can do household activity, you can do strength and exercise. What you got to do is 150-minute moderate exercise each week. You can walk 10,000 steps. Now, I have a lot of elderly lady, man, come to me and say, "Oh, Andrew, I can't walk." Well, yeah, okay, you don't walk because he said, one, I can't go to walking supermarket, it's too far. So I said, okay, maybe what you can do is just do one thing. You get a chair with arm rest on the side. You just go sit up, sit down, sit up, sit down 100 times. You can do 3 times a week, 3 times a day if you want to. You can start up 100, sit up a chair like that, and you have to press yourself up and down. That helps you several things. One, you strengthen your arm, and then you can able to basically strengthen your knee going up, and you actually burn off exercise because you need energy to go up and down 100 times. And with that, you can watch TV while doing that. You can you can basically listen music at the same time you want to, and really make it easy. Plus, your home can be air conditioned or do it in the balcony, whatever. You get able to do that all by yourself without very difficult, hard any difficulty, and it's safe because you sit on a chair, you don't move, fall down. And a lot of elderly folks, I suggest that the reason is because you got to burn out those calories. You got to strengthen the arm. If not, your muscles is going to deteriorate. It going to be atrophic. In other words, the muscle is no longer strong anymore. So this strengthening exercise is very important to help you decrease your calories. You can burn up your sugar, and so net result is so important for you. So you have no excuse. Basically, it's so easy to do. You can just do it at home. You can do it small first. You don't have 100 sit up with the chair. You can do it 25. Eventually, move up to 50. Move up 75. Move 100. Eventually, you get 100. You feel really good, and you do it morning time. You're gonna do it evening time, and eventually add on the afternoon time. So in that result, you can still do that, and you can really aim on the 150 minutes of moderate activity each week. You can measure the time, how long you do this. So you do that, definitely will help you tremendously. It's easy to do. Now, also, really, if you are working in the office, don't sit too long because every hour you got to move 2 to 5 minutes and basically go up, walk around, get some water, or just walk around the office. That will help you settle your brain. So, or you can stand up and do some stretching exercise. You can walk around the house. Now, if you want to have a barbell, you can also do this, go up and down for 100 times. And that result, you can actually strengthen all the muscles here. And if you're a walk master, you can do that too. So really, at the end of the day, you walk around the house, you do stretching inside, taking the chair to sit up and down, light household tasks. All that small movement can add up to all your movement to increase your body movement, increase your burning of the sugar, strengthen your muscles. So when you get older, you have strength to walk around. And that is so important. Now, a lot of people don't realize sleep is so important. You got to have 7 hours sleep, not 5, not 4. You need to have 7 hours sleep. If you're elderly, you can't go to sleep, and it's not good for you because without 7 hours, your body continues to be stressed. Body is to help you to recover while you sleep. If you have good sleep, it's so important because it helps you to recover. If you have poor sleep, you affect your energy level, your mood, your appetite, your concentration. It doesn't give you the ability to maintain healthy habit, and it really stresses you. When you don't have enough sleep, actually it become a stress for you. So you really got to have that 7 hour sleep. Now, a lot of people say, hey, I couldn't sleep. I get a hard time goes didn't sleep. Okay. One, maybe you need to have a constant sleep bedtime, meaning that if I go to sleep at 10 o'clock, I always go to sleep at 10 o'clock. Go to sleep 11 o'clock, always keep a time sleep. So you always continue the time. And so you don't have to have, so you create a format now. You always sleep a certain time. And you at 10 o'clock, I'll wake up after 7 hours. So you know what? The body tend to, you don't need alarm. You wake up, bing, and then you wake up. So important, you got to have that sleep of 7 hours. And sleeping, you got to have a dark, comfortable room, cool, not a lot of TV turn on with limited light. And really don't do games, TV games, or watching TV tremendously. A lot of people feel funny. They tend to turn on the TV the whole night with the blue light going around. And actually, that's disrupt your sleep. And you want to avoid a heavy meal during close bedtime. In other words, you don't eat at 10 o'clock and then want to go to sleep at 11. That's no good. And with that, you can manage your stress before your bed. You take deep breathing, meditation, say a prayer. All that will help you continue to relax, maybe listen to some soft music, do some stretching. So whatever you want to do, you want to relax, so go to sleep. So good sleep is really support your whole body to regenerate, to give you the next morning with practically a new body. Okay, how you like that is very good. So the natural way to support your daily wellness is so important. Just want to summarize with that is you got to eat mostly whole food, meaning that everything is vegetable, fruits like apple, chicken, fish, all these whole food as with the red rice, brown rice, lentils, beans, all these are good for you because they're high fiber, high protein, and basically prevent they give you a high fiber so it will digest slowly, don't give a sugar spike. All these are so important. I found a lot of elderly does not drink enough water. So you have to drink really Lowsutea, which basically help you to continue to lower your blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure. Not just drink water, because Lowsutea will give you that benefit. Just water, just give you water. It doesn't give you that benefit. So make sure to do that. Move regularly, meaning you have to walk around, exercise, or if you can, oh, I can walk, no problem. Start out with a chair sitting exercise. Go up and down like this 100 times. Just hand press down. Go ahead. It's safe. You won't fall. You have to sleep well. 7 hours. Go for 7 hours. You have to manage your stress. The manage stress is deep breathing, prayer, meditation, listen music. All those can do. You have to get rid of the smoking because smoking restrict your blood vessels. You'll go have all kind of disease. You get your lung become black, potential cancer, no good. You have to limit your alcohol. Don't get a lot of like big whiskey and all that. Maybe half a glass red wine is okay. Now remember, you have to remember to keep checking your daily blood sugar. Like for example, go to doctors. You make sure you check your cholesterol. Make sure you check your blood pressure, A1C. your LDL cholesterol, all these numbers has to be in your mind to continue to realize, are you doing the right thing to lower all these things? Blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure, to really continue to make yourself lower the three high, make sure you're healthy. So really, this is just a small daily habit, but it make a big difference if you continue keep it up and continue really make yourself much more healthy. And that result, you will continue to be good for healthy and no further potential your three high complication. And that's not good. So you need to just keep doing this. And so, as I said, you really need to know your numbers now, because what you got to do is you have the blood pressure is 120 over 80. That is the mark that you do. If you're 130 now, not over 140, you are already marginal. So you should do between 130 over 80. Very important, know A1C, because remember, the blood sugar attached to the hemoglobin, your 3 months average, they don't lie. So your blood A1C should be less than 5.7. If you're diabetic, you got to get it down below 6. Everybody try to go below 6, you'll always be healthy. Your cholesterol, LDL cholesterol is going, remember LDL cholesterol mixed with sugar, block your blood vessel. You have to under 2.6 millimole per liter, or your weight has to be a BMI over 23. And also, I recommended you continue to do cancer screening tests like colon cancer, GI scope. All these has to continue to check. And also all the other things that really relate to age. So regular check help you detect problem early and keep you the path of better health. So let me tell you one of my story. One of my customer, his PSA. He haven't done any much of PSA, but I said, hey, you are now 70 years old. Have you tested a PSA? Because he said, right now I'm voting very slow. And guess what? The PSA identified early cancer. So I told him right away, go treat. Don't wait, because with that, you can survive. If you can treat prostate cancer early, your survival could be at least 25, 30 years. No issue. So do it early. Check early. So if you have even cancer, no issue. If you can able to treat early. So I give you a 7-day healthy sugar challenge. Drink Lowsutea, drink water, eat more vegetable every main meals, walk 20, 30 minutes or chair exercise, reduce your added sugar, aim 7 hours sleep, practice 10 minutes of stress relief, and also review your health number like A1C, blood, LDL cholesterol, all that. As you know, Lowsutea actually does help you to decrease your blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure. So keep doing that. So in conclusion, healthy blood sugar really help you to a healthier future. I suggest you got to eat whole food, nourishing food. You have to move the body every day, meaning that you have to exercise, manage stress. You have to sleep at least 7 hours every day. Drink more water, Lowsutea, at least 2 liters or 1.5 liter Lowsutea. Keep know your healthy health number, and then you have to continue regulate, prevent any kind of future disease, and you have to build a healthy habit each day. You can do slowly, meaning that if you walk, for example, you do 3,000 steps, 5,000 steps next day, or don't do it one time. Just continue to build it up. So small change every day can support truly a better health. The key is, remember, you must continue to lower your three high. So today a lecture, I know it's a really mouthful, but on the hand, I think it's a really good lecture to give you a general look. How do you prevent all these major disease? If you can able to prevent it, you can be definitely healthy. If you have any question, write to me, andy@wafong.com, and or write WhatsApp 6792-8891, 852-6792-8891. So this will be something that you can, any question, let us know. We would love to answer you, support you through this entire healthy journey. So thank you very much for listening to us. I appreciate all the help you gave, to help yourself to be healthy and support our lecture. I appreciate that. And thank you again for, your participation, and have a wonderful weekend and really try to be healthy. Okay? Thank you again. Take care. Bye-bye.